Your generation low though, so we paid well.
I feel like one thing that I even just saw that I wanted to ask that I don't think maybe we've spoken about it is what do you think about digital apps? Well, to be fair, like you also have that in your like arsenal. But what do you think about like the way it is now as opposed to like how you started with this?
I believe in evolution. Things evolve. I work with revolutionaries, but I'm an evolutionary. So I like to build things, work on things assiduously and grow. So I'm very conversant with following what is happening around me. So digital ads, I got involved in 1992. I bought my first computer. So I've been using computer for 33 years now.
Wow.
So a lot of my contemporaries, they are shocked because at that point in time, the computer age came like in the 80s. You know, I am into a lot of aspects of art. I do printing. I run a printing business. You know, I design album covers. I do marriage proposals.
What do you mean by marriage proposals?
Marriage proposal, if a family wants to marry a daughter, so the family of the husband to be will write a proposal. Like we are writing an application.
Like, okay.
Yeah, so they need to give me that job. I'll do calligraphy on film. You know, the architect's tracing film. I'll roll it, then I'll put ribbon, then I create a pack for it. So I've done so much regarding art, right? Different gamuts. So when digital age came, a young man came to my office and said, Mr. Lemi, we've been hearing about your work since so. He said, but now it's computer age that in time to come, if you don't know how to use the computer, this one you are doing by hand, that you face off. 1992. So I had IBM electric typewriter because you know I was running like a printing thing too. So I had like a business center. We do type letters, type things, documents for people.
Yeah.
I said, how much is the computer? He said, plus the printer, 62,000 naira, the full set. So I said, I can't afford it. Then he looked at my IBM electric. He had cartridges. You see fonts that you have on computer today, like my computer, I have like 4,000 fonts.
Yeah.
That time I had 33. And I probably was the one that had the most fonts in the whole of Lagos. All the Shomolu printers, they have like 5, they're okay. So the guy looked like, he said, I'll talk to my chairman that we can get you to sell it for 25,000.
So you can at least make up the difference.
Yeah. So I said, okay, in the evening, the chairman came. He said, we can help you get the money. My wife works with Assurance Mortgage. It was Babangida era. That time, mortgage banks were all over the place. So I got introduced to the man's wife and I got the loan for 62,000.
Okay.
So I bought my first computer. So I started with CorelDRAW 4. And like me, I think independently. So I asked them, do you have any book? Teach yourself? That I love to teach myself. So I got into the digital one that way. So digital is not strange to me. From the era of vinyl, you know, I made a career out of designing album covers. I was the only professional sleep designer in Nigeria. The only one, because nobody saw it as a profession. And Fela being my mentor, you know, Fela too was an independent soul.
Yeah.
So he convinced me, he said, that's the job you should do. And I started designing sleep all my life.
I think with digital, it's one of those things where, like, I wonder how people looked at it then and even like now, because let's say when I started around 2016, it was still like amongst like the art space, you know, all these like galleries and curator types, it was like a type of, it's like, they could acknowledge that the work was good, but then it was a thing where it's like, you're still playing with computers, it's not like real art. I know reference people like Candy, like look at what those people are doing, or Bruce and Rappel, like, you know, those like legends, and like, it felt like at the time like there was this separation between digital art and then real art. But now I feel like it's changing.
It's human nature.
AI has now come into play.
Yeah.
And it's completely now challenged us at what we think about how people make things.
The digital, I put a limit to it. But like, I use CorelDRAW, Photoshop a little, But I come up with some ideas. I get someone that can do that on Photoshop for me. I pay them. Then I get that import it into my current draw. Then I still do organic. So I scan, you understand, I tweak, then I collage. My style is very eclectic.
Yeah, it's always
Yes.
going to come like this fusion of different
Yeah,
stuff.
right now, let me tell you about AI. This young man here, baby, he was the one who he showed me little thing. And that little thing, I've started playing magic with it. And I'm not too keen on going to deep. That's the way I keep myself. I want to still retain my roots. My biggest collector is a Jewish man in the US. 2 days ago, I showed him my new walls, and the man went crazy. I picked two, and he said, Lemi, do you know this series that is a children's book called How to Find Waldo?
Yeah.
You know it?
Yeah.
I just heard about it 2 days ago. From
Yeah, where's Waldo? Yeah.
yeah. The man said, this works. This is different. I said, I'm in a new age, new generation. You understand? And he said, I want those two pieces. I'm telling you. So I Googled, if you check my phone, you see how to find Waldo just yesterday. And I said, oh, really? You understand?
Yeah.
So it's good to be in tune with your spirit. I first encountered you on Instagram.
Yeah.
I read your story and you even referred to me. Initially, when I saw your work, I didn't know it was digital.
Yeah.
I was assuming it was physical. Then I learned it was digital. Then I saw your shows and I said, oh, this is the new age. This is the new age. But, I felt very happy that the fact that you had that courage, to walk out of the shit step.
System.
Yes, it's a shit step. To walk out of it, that is human.
Yeah.
And you understand? People who break the mold eventually become heroes because they're able to do things that millions of people are afraid to do. So that's the essence, and that's the essence why I tell my story.
When I'm speaking to artists who are just starting up, I can imagine because for them it's confusing. You're also battling this whole thing of people looking at the arts as a very get rich quick. It's a very much, how can I make money the fastest? And I think the crypto and NFT scene did also add fuel to that fire. Whereas
I didn't jump on the NFT.
I did, but
no, you're okay. Yeah. I'm telling you about my nature. The NFT came, woo, then I will hear figures. I made so much more.
I'm sure they came at you. I'm sure they reached out to you.
Of course. One guy said was like a 419. He kept pestering me. If you see the kind of car you bring to my studio,
you come.
Yeah. Until the NFT thing fizzled off. I didn't join. I'm self-taught. They call us autodidacts. So intentionally. And it was Fela's advice and my own spirit too that made me not to go to university.
You never went to uni?
No!
All these years.
Me?
Yeah, all these years,
I attended University of Kalakuta. No, I did 4 years in Kalakuta. And that's my university.
That was your education.
Yes. And I read. And I'm so intrigued right now. Like TikTok, when it started, I'm always slow to join. So me, I'm open. I'm flexible, but I know my limits. Because I gauge myself, because I want to retain my authenticity. You get?
No, I get that.
Yes, I have different styles.
The first time I saw those models, because the issues with models, you had to go to the internet. There wasn't even any platform. You had to run your own program. I mean, I've just been seeing, people doing things with that. Me, I'm always curious. So I went and I tried it. And this is again maybe 3 years ago. So the results went too impressive. But I told my friend, I said, look, this is what they're doing today.
Yeah.
That means tomorrow we're going to see something else. There are particular maybe artists or people in that field where, like you said, if your work is not truly you, this is something that can very easily replicate. If it's not unique, this is something that's in seconds. Before it used to be minutes, before it used to be hours.
Yeah.
Now in seconds, they can give you this entire world. But then again, it's restricting yourself is also important. Because again, if it's too much, even my Photoshop, one thing I did is I can only press undo on my laptop 4 times. Because, if you're actually painting, you can't undo. You have to, and because you can't undo, it means that every mark you're making, you're intentional.
Yeah.
But with digital, I noticed that because I know that I can always
Yeah.
undo it, so I'm just going.
Yeah.
So I limited it like with the program. So like after 4 times it's done.
Okay.
Sometimes even after 2 times, it won't allow me go again. So you have to live with that mistake and make it work how you would with an actual painting. And it helps the result feel more natural.
Your story writing, did that help you to come into visual art, or were both interrelated from the onset?
I failed art in secondary school. Like I wasn't very good with like that visual art side.
I didn't even study. My dad wanted me to be a mechanical engineer. And whenever he caught me drawing, he would tear the paper. And as good a child as my nature, I'm very calm and cool. The first time I challenged my dad was he tore one drawing I had done. My mom sent me on an errand. When I do a new work, I'll piece it together. If I'm lying down, I'll be looking at it. Maybe I want to adjust. So I went on the errand thinking about that work. So that when I get back, maybe I'll touch something. I just saw it was done. I asked my sister, "Who told me?" They said, "That I don't know." So my dad said, "Eh?" But later, when I succeeded now, I was so proud. I even changed the family name. I created name Pan-Africanism, 1975. So in Kalakuta, don't bear English name. If you have English name, they'll give you Kalakuta name. That's to be either Yoruba or Edo or Ghana, because everybody.
So what's your last name before and then after?
I used to be Emmanuel Sunday. Typical.
What?
Yes, how can African be bearing Emmanuel Sunday? So we were studying all this, and fella said, ransom is a slave name. You understand? So fella said, I'm a conscious African now. I cannot be bearing a slave name. My nickname was Lemi Ghariokwu in school. And there was this magazine, African Boom. So it's a photo play, they call it. So there was this hero, Lance Spearman. He has a young friend who helps him, Lemi Ghariokwu, diminutive like me. So we love to read that magazine. So one day, someone just said, you look like Lemi Ghariokwu. And then from the Emmy, so they started calling me Lemi Ghariokwu.
Lemi Ghariokwu.
Yeah. So my first cover art for fella, when I had the opportunity, I signed it as Sonny Lemi. I had to be touched now.
Yeah.
So by the next cover, the first cover was 1974. That's 51 years ago. The second cover, 1975. That was the year fella made the change of name. So if you see that cover, I think Ikoyi blindness. So I cross out.
I remember the guy with the
with the blindfold. Yeah, I did the graphics too. So I wrote fella ransom, put it and cross out ransom and put Anikulafo. So by that time, I decided to get African names. So I started thinking, I'm dropping Emmanuel, dropping Sunday. The surname we used those days was Oko. Yeah. So I dropped that. Then I'm looking like I don't have any identity anymore. If I drop everything like that without anything linking me. But Lemi was already signed on my first fella cover. But it was the Lemmy, the American, short for Lemuel, like Samuel and Sammy. Yes. So and I said, I can't throw away Lemi because everybody knows me well. Yeah. And I said, but like fella, I have to find an African name with Lemi. So I came up with the Yoruba name, Olalemi. Yes. So I changed my name to Lemi Ghariokwu because Abiodun was my middle name. The Lemi, if you see that nice and try cover, I use Lemmi. From the Lemmy of the previous one. But later I said Yoruba doesn't have double M. So after that, 976, I started using Lemmi. So when people ask me sometimes, I said it's short form from Olalemi. So it's me that gave myself my name.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Okay, imagine in my era, I became an artist, right? I had been practicing in my neighborhood. When they say artist boy. Then opportunity came during military government era. So a military superior officer in the army was getting married, and the family, the people around my area, they didn't know what to buy for their uncle that would please him. So somebody now said, He loves art. That boy, let's ask him to do portraits. And they brought the photograph of the man and his wife to be. It was a hit. Yeah, that was my first paying gig.
That would have shocked everybody because
Everybody just
they're doing this without Photoshop.
Photoshopping. If I tell you techniques I've been through, we used to do Xerox copy, photocopy. Then for graphics, we buy newspaper.
Yeah.
So if it's 72 points, the headline lecture in Daily Times. So I want to write fella. I'll now cut F, E, F, paste it. There's a gum called cow gum. Because that same gum turns to its own eraser. So when you finish your work, you can tidy it up. So that's how we cut magazine, letters.
That's fun because you also work pretty fast. You work so hard, because I feel like with musicians and working with them is very tricky.
Yeah, it's tricky. I did a banner for Return of Fela.
What was he returning from?
He was in jail, and when he got back.
So why was he in jail that time?
There's a limit to foreign currency that you can take out of the country. So Fela had, and Fela was into spiritism. That was crazy. He was being deceived by a Ghanaian Professor Hindu. Fela knew about the currency and he was going on tour. And Professor Hindu convinced him, don't worry, just put it. I will make it disappear. They will not see it.
Absolutely. They're not even looking for him.
Of course, man. They just got him in court. 5-year jail.
Yeah.
So I did a poster for Antonia. They had this huge show. So I said, I know you do creative. I want a giant size poster, 40 by 40 for the show. Then banner, 40 feet by, I think, 10 feet. Okay, let me tell you how digital helped. I created the work. Now I had to scale it. And those days, it was A4 printer. There was no A3. So I scaled everything.
Multiple A4 papers.
Yeah, so a whole pack, 500 sheets of A4. Print each segment. Then we start to paste together a banner of 40 feet by 10 feet. Paste together. Then carbon paper. You don't have to lay the carbon paper.
Yeah.
Then lay the paper and then start to trace. 8 boys for 2 weeks.
How did you drink the carbon paper?
The carbon paper.
Yeah.
We sellotape now. No, be mine. These days, I'll just say, this generation, you don't know what you have and you are complaining.
You also feel like people's emphasis on beauty and art is also reduced.
And because of over digitalization also and over commercialization. Yeah. People are too conscious. That's why I kept saying false values. The organicness, the purity, we are losing it every day. Because we embrace artificiality so easily these days. That's the thing. And then people give up too easily. You know, we look for
the artists or the brands.
Everybody. Everybody. Because we are looking for negatives. One morning, I was thinking, what will I draw today? The music of Fela, Ruffle Fight. You know the song Ruffle Fight?
I'm not sure.
Okay, you can check. That. So I was playing that music for inspiration. And my spirit said, why don't you do a cover? So I drew Fela dancing on mud. That wasn't the lyrics. But I didn't know I was laying grounds for my future. Yeah, I didn't imagine I was going to be a sleep designer. But I drew Fela dancing on mud, so I had it in my collection. Now, the fame of Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon, came out. It was huge. Now, my neighbor next door is a German. He called me, let me come. I said I got my first commission, that portrait. Sometimes people now give me portrait. I had a senior artist who graduated from Yabatek down the road, William Young. I don't know if he's still alive. So I used to run around for him and I would look at what he's doing. So that time, Nigeria got divided into, I think, 12 states. So they created, I think, Cross River State, and it was from there. So they put in newspaper adverts that they want graphic artists, to create the coat of arms for that new state. And I was present, and he said he was putting in, and I saw him through the whole process. And the price was 5,000 naira. That was a lot of money.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
But what else can you do with like 5,000? Like, could you pay rent for like
a room, standard room, 10 by 12, 4 naira.
10 by 12, that's free.
School certificate holder, 21 naira, 7 monthly. And I was doing 2 gigs. I was in Federal Ministry of Works and Housing as a clerk in the deep where they keep all the files.
So you worked in the government?
Yes, for 1.5 years. Then I shine.
So you worked in the government, like, like university degree, NYSC, like.
No, just my testimony. I don't even have primary school degree certificate. I didn't finish primary school. I left in primary 5. I took common entrance and they took.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I just jumped. Then secondary school, by the time I finished, I was too cautious to be chasing the certificate. I wasn't even interested. So I don't have any certificate in my life. That's the destiny I came with, and I'm proud. People said, go and do GCE. So we know, when you go must stamp my quality. So I did GCE and I did finance and I got A1 distinction.
Yeah.
So I said, I want to go and tell fella, he was my mentor. So I went to fella proudly. I said, fella, my GCE don't come after. I get A1 distinction. I said, I go Kukuma go do finance for university. Fella said, let me sit down. And now told me the story of his life. His family, everybody's supposed to be a doctor.
What was the age gap between you and him at the time?
Fella was 18 years older than me.
Damn.
Yeah. So told me his own story, how he survived with strong character, or else he would have lost out because he studied classical music in Trinity College. When he got back, he couldn't stand with Rex Lawson and co. Those who they didn't study musical, but they were geniuses. So eventually, you see how Fela now came down to earth. But that is genius. That's the real human being. So all this he said to me, rather than commission me to do a portrait, right? He said he wanted me to do the poster of Bruce Lee's film for him. And Williams, that first money I earned was 30 naira for my portrait. So I started charging 30 naira for my portrait.
You went ahead and you did like that cover for Fela. So sometimes some people wait for, like, let's say the musicians or these people to reach out to them. And I feel like mine was similar to yours in the sense where I looked at this, I did the math, I said, okay, look, if they want to do covers, there's people like Lemi, they'll call, there's people like Duro, Duke's Arts. Before they come to me, it's like, I'm still, at that time, I'm 16, 17. So what I started doing was similar to you. I was doing covers just by the music I was inspired by. And I think that my first major cover, I had 2 major covers in 2020 that really helped. It was, Sholem Camp?
Yeah.
They wanted me to do a video cover for Do Be Nice. And then the second one was Adekunle Gold.
Oh, okay.
Those 2 were really important because by then, as of 2020, that first half, nobody really knew my work like that. But I feel like they had seen something in me or my work online that they were like, look, okay, try it.
Let's give it, yeah.
And it was I remember I was very anxious because it's like, I had never done these things before. Now you're reading contract, this one, that one. And it was just scary. It was very, very scary because it's like, that kind of thing. If you mess up, it's like, damn.
But did you let the fear stop you?
I know, I had to. Even Black Bones, like his album cover, like these were big, big moments that I was in Covenant at the time. And that one, I'm just using my graphics tablets. Maybe after chemical engineering class, I'll just I'll come back and I'll be working all the night. I think being proactive really helped. Instead of just like sitting down and waiting for,
to drop from heaven.
me going there, like there's nobody I've not met. So I said, look, let's do this thing. Like let's work. We can like finding ways to collaborate because at the end of the day, it's like you don't owe me anything. You're the one that has the project. You can go with the millions of other artists in the world. But if I'm showing you that, look, at one of them is me that's supposed to do this thing, it's a whole different conversation. And I think that's how, like, for me, my start with music really came about. And people just seeing my work on the internet and being able to communicate. And in terms of, like, access, I feel like it's similar to you. I realized that, you can have maybe 100 messages in a day, but maybe only like 10 to 15 of them will be viable. And so you also maybe understand that the internet is great, but also being able to still maintain focus on my work and not being too distracted. But like you said, like that, the applause, because you can almost get addicted to that, the likes, the comments.
It becomes adrenaline. And the day it fails you. You are Johnson.
Because the algorithm, that one, it changes every day. So it's very easy to get attached and always expect it. So I think for me, one thing I did the past couple of years was wean myself off it.
Same way, I keep going, right? The vinyl phased off.
Can you imagine? That was something crazy.
So imagine, for years, I didn't even do art. Nobody wanted, like art. But I was doing printing. So graphics paid off for me. If you know about Kenny's music,
Yeah, from their inception, their first 11 years, I handled everything printing. All those Idris Abdul Karim, Two-Face, Tony Tetuila, all of them I handled. Also 11 years with Polygram Records. I was in-house designer for Polygram, not employed. I'm always a rebel. So I'll go to Polygram like twice a week. I designed most of the covers. Like if you know about Osita Osadebe,
Yeah.
Osadebe maybe 18 covers. Oliver the Cook, 15 covers. Shina Peters, 4 of his covers. Adewale Ayuba, named the Maje Fashek, Raski Mono, Boris Wiliki,
I like talking to you,
Mandatos,
man.
Eviedna Goli. Whoa! I was doing covers. I claim over 2,000 covers in the last 52 years.
That's crazy.
Over 100 artists and global too. We
So
came
over
to this.
2,000.
Yes, over 2,000. I'm not exaggerating. No.
I know. I've seen.
Polygram alone, over 200, and I have that one.
That's why I like talking to you, man. You're
I
inspiring.
was
Bro.
walking. The name was building. In 1975, fella said to me one day, he said, Lemi, just do your work to go. He said, one day, if you dey inside hole for ground, they go find you. You know, now just see email from Brazil. They want to do cover. So, CDs went off. Recent time, you know, this new era and streaming and so on. 2019, my gallerist here, Ugoma Ebila, called me one day and said, Lemi, do you know Faz the bad guy? I said, yeah, I love what he's doing. He said, he wants to meet you. Should I give him your number? I said, yes, I'm eager, you know, to connect with these people.
Moral instruction.
Yeah, so Faz came, I listened to the songs. I said, hey, we are lacking this kind of content. So I was eager. So I said, okay, I'll do the cover. And he said, I said, no, I'll do pro bono. Because I wanted to enter the
back
generation, the new generation.
Do you know what's so great? That was the first cover I'd seen from you before, and I was able to link that to the fella stuff because I was like, because at that time I didn't know if you were still active. So I think when I saw that Fowls cover, I was like,
Moral Instruction.
Yeah.
Fowls was in Ghana when I finished. You know, it's this modern time. We're chatting on WhatsApp. I said it's ready. He said I should send him the image. I said no. I said like the days of fella. I said either you come to my studio to see you or I come to your house to show you physically. He said, I'll be back next week. I said, till next week. So when he got back, he came to my studio. When he saw, he was blown. And he walked away. 2 days later, I just come and said, sir. He said, you know our era, we release singles online. He said, we need images. He said, so I want you to do the remaining 8 songs. So I now said, oh, now you got a job for me.
Now you have to pay.
And, you know, your generation low, though. So we paid
those guys.
Now, I'm still looking at the other. What happened? The big 3, so-called, and Afrobeats, right?
Yeah.
And I love what they're doing. One of them, a young man who is his creative director, loved me like mad. Kayode Yajua. I need to give him props. He will call me. He said, Uncle Lemi, don't worry, I'll get you a gig with David. He said, I've been talking to David about you. So I started waiting. It took 5 years, though. I'm telling you. So Destiny played out last year. They got back from tour, and Kayode visited me where I stay in Ogun State now. And he said, David sent me to you. I said, hey, just put David on video call. And he said, Uncle Lemi, I've been hearing a lot about you. I said, I sent Kayode to you. So Kayode said, we are ready for you now. The new album. We're working on it. We'll send you the songs and all that. So, you know, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
It's a different genre and all that. But I came up with something. So eventually I finished. I told Kayode it's ready. He said, send him. I said, I know the same image. I said, you have to arrange how David will see it face to face. Either you bring him to my place or I come to his place. You know, you see me, I'm in time. I now remember WhatsApp, sing one view. So I sent it to Kayode, you know, one view. I sent him. He saw it. And you know the thing disappeared. Yeah. He went crazy. He said, David had to see this. Do you know, I waited 5 months. Damn. 5 whole months. One day, he just called me. He said, Uncle Lemi, where are you? Today, we are meeting David. He said, if you don't get him today, I said, I'm on my way to Oniru. And Kayode lives in Oniru. He said, do you have the artwork? I said, should I be carrying the artwork? He said, you have to go back home. I turned back. I'm telling you, Destiny. I turned back. I took the artwork, put it inside my car, came to the Landmark Event Center, did the talk. Meanwhile, I was connecting with Kayode. When I finished, I said, he said, okay, I should come over to his place. He would take me to Davido's place. But I got there, I got surprised. As I opened Coyote's door, it was the video that welcomed me. Just jumped on me, Uncle Lemi. I said, you brought the artwork? I said, yes. So I showed him. Like always, bull's eye.
Straight.
100%.
I don't think I've done up to 100 yet.
No problem now.
I'm catching up. I'm trying.
You know, my own time. Album covers were done by graphic artists who work in agencies or the record companies. That's all. But I now made it a full-time profession. I just stayed committed. I've done for rock band, Oyibo.
Oh, you've done incredible stuff.
Yeah,
I'm honored always.
On the way. You are doing well.
I'm excited to get to where you were.
Yeah, you get there. Yeah. And me too. I'm trying to stay where you are too. No, seriously. So that, I keep going.
No, because
I want to die doing this. And I'm preaching. I'm a Pan-Africanist. So I have to show good example, concrete one to give, other people confidence. It's not just age. I said age is a number. So people ask, what advice do you have for the youth? It's not only the youth. It's not how old you are. Some of us are old souls. So we start early. You were talking 16, 17. That was when I started. I met a fella at 18.
Fair.
Yeah, and I've been on the journey till now. I was in Ghana in April for 7 days. And we went to Kumasi, Kwame Nkrumah University. The first time in my life in Africa here, the student gave me standing ovation. I spoke for like 2 hours. Then University of Legon in Accra, that one, like 3 hours, people didn't want to go. So the organizer had to switch off light, like NEPA take light. I'm not joking. April this year.
At the end of the day, I'm always happy to speak to you, man.
Yeah,
I think
me too.
Me and a lot of younger artists are still navigating with this world. And I think we're happy that people like you are still here.
If you know how I navigate the art industry. I wasn't even in the art industry before.
Exactly.
I was in the music industry till 2008. Bless her soul, BC Silva, Olabisi Silva.
Oh, she passed recent. No,
yes.
I remember.
Bless her soul. One day there was an art event in Didi Museum. I never attended art events. It's musician events. So Kunle Olaokpa, he worked in National Museum. So he knew me. So he came to my printing place. I said, Uncle Lemi, we have this event. We have a talk about relation of art, and music. That you are the best example. That will you please come? So I went. Eventually, BC got there. And then, as they were mentioning the speakers, they mentioned my name. She just jumped on and said, where is he? So I said, Ghariokwu Lemi. He said, you are like a phantom. Give me your contact. I need to come and see you. I've been in the UK for 33 years. I'm back home now. I want to set up a gallery. I said, hey, even that story, I love that. You are back home. Hey, make we build this place. So she came to my printing place. I showed her, I said, I've not been really doing art. That this is the place I want to use. We picked some of the covers. And she went to the UK and did 40 by 40. My art used to be 12, 1/4 by 12, album cover size.
Yeah.
Then even the CD, 5 by 5. So she did the prints, well glazed, super. Had the exhibition at CCA. It was my exhibition she used to open the place. She said that was her dream. That was why when she had my name, she jumped, that she's been trying to. You see destiny.
Yeah.
So people came. One lady, Jackie Phillips' daughter, Bimbo Phillips, she bought the print of Yellow Fever. Yellow Fever had the lady with the boobs and all the blemishes of bleaching. She bought it 475,000 naira, 2008.
That's great. That's.
See, my head spin like this. How many prints I want to do to get this kind of profit? With all the hypertension. Then Quintessence, Quintessence?
Oh, no.
Okay, Quintessence used to be Falomo Shopping Center.
Falomo just there.
She came to the exhibition. She said, oh, BC, I love his work. Can we have this exhibition in Quintessence also after you're done? So my exhibition became like a semi-tour. After CCA, we took it to Quintessence. Bam. The sales. At that time, my hair started saying, printing, bye-bye. Printing, bye-bye. By 2010, I now joined the art industry. But to navigate it as a rebel. Bola Ashiru, the owner of Red Door Gallery.
I've been there, but I don't know the owner.
He calls me the king of the underground. Because me, I know they follow Shistemo. The auction, art house auction, you know about it?
I know about art house auction.
Yeah, so they used to do art auctions every year, twice a year. So the first year, I had this piece. I still have it. I said, this is my Mona Lisa. That maybe I will not sell it. Maybe it's after I die. So, Nana Asuma,
No.
Okay, she worked for Kavita that time. She came and said, Kavita said, I should show the works I wanted to present. So I brought out that my work. I still have it. They said, like, how much? I said, I want 5 million for it. Ah! Nana said, ah. So she went to tell the Indian woman. The woman said, no, that their own value is 500,000. That's 1/10. So I said to my, go and collect my actual, bring it back. So I said, I'm not doing auction. My agent said, you have to join the auction so you still be relevant. So by
Just
the
small.
by the 10th year, I was in Australia when they had it. And I just got a call like, I was seeing missed calls. They say, Uncle Lemi, your artwork sold record price for you. I said, hey, how much? 5.2 million.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, so I
finally.
said it took 10 years, that dream that I had. But not that particular one, it's just a fella portrait. So I got back and my spirit said, no more auction. So the following year, the girl contacted me, your work for this. I said, I'm on sabbatical. They said, They said, you must be very. I said, I'm not doing it again. Till today, I said, I'm not doing
You haven't done.
No, I don't mark that.
Yeah,
Eh-heh.
you've won. You've
I
done
said
that
that
one.
as that milestone. So I've not even had any major exhibition in the last 7 years.
It's been a while.
So I do private sales. I'm building up my legacy, and any opportunity I have, I tell my story for anybody, not only young people. So you can learn from it, and you can start at any age. It's not,
Yeah.
So it's not about luck or chance or favor. All those things are distractions. It makes people fall back, hoping for something to come and push them up. No, you have to keep moving. We need to focus on the positive. When you focus on positive, you will attract. It's law of attraction. So I'm happy with my life, boy.
You don't.
I'm happy with my life. When I say boy, man.
I don't.
Yes. You're so proud of you, man.
Thank
One
you,
love.
man. I
More big
appreciate
ups.
this. You too,
More
man.
bless ups. You know, I'm a Rasta man at heart. Love you to the bones, man.
You too, man.
Yes.
We'll see
Knuckle.
you.
Thank you to NdaniTV.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I just love this.
Nice speaking.
Yes.